What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna talk about every workout split out there. I'm gonna talk about bro split, push-pull legs, anterior, posterior, upper, lower, what you need to know about them and how to program them so that hopefully you know some more about splits, which ones to choose and how to run those splits yourself. Let's get right into it. First of all, I'm gonna start off with bro split. This is gonna be the worst split out there. I'm gonna end with the best, by the way. But bro split just sucks. It's pretty much Monday chest, then a second day it's gonna be back, third day arms, fourth day shoulders I think, and then a fifth day for legs. You just split up your body into 5 parts, not evenly divided either. And you run those, go to the gym 5 times a week and hit 1 times frequency on all muscle groups. This is gonna be horrible. It's just the worst split out there because you're just having such a low frequency for the amount of time you go to the gym. When you're going to the gym 5 times a week, you could hit 2 and 3 times frequency too, or 2.3 times frequency, which those are just gonna be better because higher frequencies mean you have more stimulus per amount of sets you do in the gym, because first sets are gonna be the most stimulating. So that's why bro split just sucks. You're gonna be doing, let's say, 12 to 20 sets of chest for on Monday, when you would have had more muscle growth if you did 1 or 2 sets 3 times a week. Because the frequency is just very important. You're just stimulating the same muscle growth over and over again on the same day, which just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't give you any additional muscle growth, or a lot less compared to doing new sets on a different day, aka higher frequency. So that's why bro split sucks. Next up is gonna be push-pull legs. This is, for a lot of people, this is their favorite split. They do push-pull legs 6 times a week, but just like with bro split, you're not getting that much, that high of a frequency for the amount of time you're going to the gym, because 6 times a week is gonna be a lot of time when just to get 2 times frequency. Because or push-pull legs, by the way, it's chest, shoulders and triceps, and then back, biceps, and then legs, which is pretty self-explanatory. But anyways, 6 times a week to hit 2 times frequency, there's just better alternatives. I would say it's still pretty good because at least you're training all your muscles twice a week. That's at least fine, right? That's pretty good. But there's just better alternatives, in my opinion, that allow you to have more rest, less time in the gym, and even better results. And also all three of those combined. Now I'm going to talk about Arnold split, which it's just push-pull legs, but chest and back instead of push and pull. So you have chest and back, and then on a different day you have your arms, which this is just going to be push-pull legs, but just worse. So I wouldn't recommend Arnold split either. It just doesn't make much sense. There's going to be overlap between your back training. Let's say you're doing a lat pull down on your back day, and then you're doing a bicep curl on your arms day. There's just going to be a lot of overlap, which isn't ideal. I would just split it up in push-pull legs if you're gonna run a split like that. But I wouldn't recommend either of those splits. Next up, we're gonna get into some splits that I would recommend, which are gonna be, first off, I'm gonna start with upper lower. A lot of people have this as their favorite split, which if you do, that's just awesome. Upper lower is just a really good split. You're gonna train half your body in a single workout, so you can even run upper lower 6 times a week, maybe even 7 times a week, which I don't recommend, but that allows you to just hit 3 times frequency with going to the gym 6 times a week. Or if you just want 2 times frequency, you're not like that obsessed over the gym, you can only go to the gym 4 times a week, which is just a lot better than push-pull legs, where you'd have to spend 6 times a week in the gym, which that's why upper lower is going to be better. It's just overall a better choice. To balance it out, I would actually add your core stuff like your abs, obliques, spinal erectors. I would add those to your lower day, just to balance it out, because your upper body has more joint actions, more muscles. So yeah, that's how I would do it. You can do upper lower rest and then repeat. That's going to be a great split. Or upper lower 4 times a week, upper lower 6 times a week, both great. Next up is going to be anterior posterior, which anterior means the front of your body, so your chest, your abs, your quads, and posterior is going to be your back, so your lats, traps, some back muscles, and your hamstrings and glutes. And that's also going to be a great split. It's pretty much just like upper lower, again, half your body and half your body, but instead of upper and lower, it's front and back. So pretty much the same or very similar at least. But anterior posterior, if you're gonna run it, you should run it like the same as upper lower. But the only differences I would make are gonna be to swap biceps and triceps, so that on your posterior day when you're training your back, let's say you're doing a lat pull down, you're gonna involve some biceps. So you might as well throw in your biceps on that day, and on your posterior day or your anterior day, you're gonna train, let's say, your chest, doing a chest press, involves your triceps, and you're gonna train your triceps on the same day. That's just gonna allow you to not have any overlap, which is gonna be better. And lastly, I'm gonna say the last split I'm gonna talk about is gonna be full body, which very controversial opinion, but if you enjoy this split, you should probably run it, because even the people that really obsess over the gym, they want a max amount of results, they also still run full body, because it's just a really great split. It's going to give you a lot of results, and it's also super time efficient. So if you're like kind of busy, I would definitely recommend full body. Again, as I said, the first set is going to be more stimulating. The sets coming after that, that's called diminishing returns, and it's a pretty steep curve. Your anything over 5 sets is just not going to give you many results or much additional progress. So I would really stick to low amount of sets per muscle for a muscle in a workout. So when you're doing full body, you should be doing, let's say, at most around 20 sets if you don't want to spend like 3 hours in the gym. You're gonna you still have to train your entire body, so you would have to do just 1 or 2 sets per muscle group, which might not seem like a lot, but you are going to be able to train your muscles 3.5 times a week. So let's say you're doing 2 sets, that's going to be 7 sets weekly, which is definitely enough. It's actually a really great amount of sets. So you just pick all your muscles, do 1 or 2 sets for them. If you want to maximize muscle growth or be very maximalist, by different muscle regions, you should be doing around 20 sets or 20 exercises, and just do 1 set each. You're going to be able to train your entire body still with just 1 set, and yes, that 1 set is very effective. So that's why I think full body is just the best split overall. Maybe not for muscle growth. It does rank super high for muscle growth. Probably maybe a bit better or equal to the other splits I mentioned, or the best split I mentioned. Full body can be seen as like the top of getting you results. It's the high frequency is just really gonna get you great results. So even if you really care about the gym and you want the most results ever, I would still probably run full body, assuming you don't absolutely hate the workouts, because some people can find it boring. I think it's kind of boring. I don't run it myself. But yeah, for a lot of people, I would recommend full body, super time efficient. It's gonna get you great results. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, you can comment them down below. If you have any video topics you want me to talk about next, you can also comment them. And thanks for watching. Bye.